Forsooth Dinah, the daughter of Leah, went out to see the women of that country. And when Shechem, the son of Hamor, the Hivite, the prince of that land, had seen her, he loved her, and ravished her, and slept with her, and oppressed the virgin by violence. And his soul was bound fast with her, and he pleased her with flatterings. And he went to Hamor his father, and said, Take to me this damsel for a wife. And when Jacob had heard this thing, while his sons were absent, and occupied in the feeding or the pasturing of sheep, he was still till they came again. Swiftly when Hamor, the father of Shechem, was gone out to speak to Jacob, lo, his sons came from the field. And when this thing that befell was heard, they were wroth greatly, for he had wrought a foul thing in Israel, and he had done a thing unleaveful in the defouling of the daughter of Jacob. And so Hamor spake to them, The soul of my son Shechem hath cleaved to your daughter. Give ye her a wife to him, and join we weddings together. Give ye your daughters to us, and take ye our daughters, and dwell ye with us. The land is in your power, till ye, and make ye merchandise, and wield ye it. But also Shechem said to the father and brethren of her, Find I grace before you, and whatever things ye ordain, I shall give. Increase ye the dower, and ask ye for gifts, and I shall give willfully that ye ask. Only give ye this damsel a wife to me. The sons of Jacob answered in guile to Shechem, and to Hamor his father, and they made fierce for the defouling of the maidenhood of their sister. We may not do this that ye ask, neither we may give our sister to a man uncircumcised, which thing is unleaveful and abominable with us. But in this we shall be able to be bound in peace, if ye will be like us, and each of male kind be circumcised in you. Then we shall give and take together our daughters and yours, and we shall dwell with you, and we shall be one people. Forsooth, if ye will not be circumcised, we shall take our daughter, and we shall go away. The proffering of them pleased Hamor and Shechem his son, and the young waxing man delayed not, that not he fulfilled anon that was asked. For he loved the damsel greatly, and he was the most noble in all the house of his father. And they entered into the gate of the city, and spake to the people, These men be peaceable, and will dwell with us. Make they merchandise in the land, and till they it, which is large and broad, and hath need to tillers. We shall take their daughters to wives, and we shall give our daughters to them. One thing is, for which so great good is delayed, if we circumcise our males, and follow the custom of the folk, both their substance and sheep, and all things which they wield, shall be ours. Only assent we in this, that we dwell together and make one people. And all men assented, and all males were circumcised. And lo, in the third day, when the sorrow of wounds was most grievous, 2 sons of Jacob, Simeon and Levi, brethren of Dinah, took swords and entered into the city boldly. And when all males were slain, they killed Hamor and Shechem together, and took Dinah their sister from the house of Shechem. And when they were gone out, other sons of Jacob fell in on the slain men, and rifled the city for the vengeance of defouling of the virgin. And they wasted the sheep of those men, and droves of oxen and asses, and all things that were in the houses of the fields, and led away as prisoners the little children and wives of those men. And when these things were done heartily, Jacob said to Simeon and Levi, Ye have troubled me, and have made me hateful to Canaanites and Perizzites, dwellers of this land. We be few, they shall be gathered together against me, and shall slay me, and I shall be done away, and mine house. Simeon and Levi answered, Whether they ought to misuse our sister as a whore?